Hi guys, in this video we're gonna start working on our second enemy, which is the ranged enemy character. I rebuilt the lighting of our map to get lighter shadows, not the dark ones that we had before. To do this, you simply have to go to build. Choose your lighting quality to preview for a quick build and click on build lighting only, and you're gonna build your lighting. So we're gonna move to this area in the map. To do this, gonna select our player start and just move it to that area. To this new area in the map, I'm gonna hit and to drag the player start to the floor. Then I'm gonna move it there in the center, just between these two pillars. Rotate it to face the door at the end of the area. Now if I hit play, I'm facing the door in this new area of the map. I'm gonna stop the gameplay, and in the enemies folder we create a new folder which we're gonna call ranged enemy. This folder is gonna contain the assets of our ranged enemy. Gonna access this folder and inside it. Before that, in the blueprints folder of the third person BP folder, we're gonna duplicate the third person character class to create the ranged enemy class. So we hit Ctrl W. We name this class simply ranged enemy. And we move it to the ranged enemy folder. There we access the ranged enemy class, the newly created class, and we simply delete all this pre-prepared blueprint code in the event graph. We compile it and we save it. So the ranged enemy has to have a gun, so we access our guns folder. In the base gun class, we create a new child blueprint class which we're gonna call ranged enemy gun, and we move it to the ranged enemy folder. Back to the ranged enemy folder. So here we're gonna set up we're gonna have a setup. We're gonna do a setup for the ranged enemy. So a basic setup. So we have his gun, himself, and we're gonna do an AI controller for this ranged enemy. So the artificial intelligence, in the blueprint class, we create a new blueprint class. We search for in the all classes for AI. We select the parent Detour Crowd AI controller, and we create our new AI controller for this ranged enemy. So we call it ranged nm simply underscore AIC for AI controller. Now we should create a behavior tree and a blackboard. The behavior tree is basically the brain of the ranged enemy. It contains different reactions to different situations, different actions which the ranged enemy is gonna do depending on different situations, like a human. So we right click artificial intelligence behavior tree, calling it ranged nm underscore bt. A behavior tree has to have a blackboard which contains like a memory for the ranged enemy. It contains different variables that the behavior that the ranged enemy brain is gonna modify. It's like a memory, so we hit a new blackboard in the behavior tree. We call our blackboard ranged nm underscore bb for blackboard, saving it in the same folder ranged enemy. Save. So we have our blackboard created. Back to the level editor to access the content browser. I had two content browser because I do C++ programming alongside with Blueprint developing. So for this project I determined that it's better to have just one content browser. So now inside the ranged enemy folder, we're gonna also create an EKS testing pawn. So the EKS system is a system employed in the AI programming in Unreal Engine. The EKS system allow an AI to synthesize, create a map of different locations inside the area depending on different criteria. So whether it is locations or actors. So for testing the EKS of the game, we can use an EKS testing pawn, which is a pawn, a simple pawn, that allow us to display the EKS in real time in the EKS map, sorry, in real time in the area. So here I'm gonna do a new blueprint class, and in all classes I'm gonna type EKS, choose the parent class EKS testing pawn, and creating my new EKS testing pawn for my game. So select, I'm gonna just name it EKS testing, and that's it. So here we have the basic assets for our ranged enemy. I'm gonna save all. In the next video we're gonna continue working on our ranged enemy to bring it to life. So thank you guys very much for watching this video, and see you in the next video. Goodbye.